Okay, I don't know exactly where we is at in this series. I didn't watch the whole video, so if I get some things wrong, don't blame me. If we do see that alarm, I'm supposed to wake up at 7 or 6, but I already took my sleeping pill and I already woke up, so I might as well just record for you guys. So this is part 2. What if Deku was Master Oogway? So I'm going to say they're at the middle of the 10-month training. Deku has actually moved into a house that Oogway actually provided for him, which he does his training there, his chi training. Now, one of you guys wanted me to, let Master Oogway or Deku teach Aizawa chi. Now, I would not have that be done because that is a little bit complicated. I don't really want Aizawa to learn chi. And the person who actually has one fall in this one is going to be Bakugo. Now, I believe I can remember that. Now, I'm not going to keep that promise of me remembering it, but I will try. And I am also going to record another video a little bit later. This is a different video from any of the other series. It's just something that I came up with my mind and I cannot get it off my mind, so I'm just going to put it out in a video. It's going to be a what if Deku went back in time, but he's going to be going back in time a couple of times. Well, first it's going to go all the way back in time and then start going, further through time. Like he's going to go into the future. And then after all his, things are done, he's actually going to go back, and, back where he was. And people are just going to see him come out of this, wasteland. And he's going to have all these things on him and stuff like that. But just wait till that comes. So, whilst, this was actually going on, Deku has made friends with most of, the teachers at Oogway. He's acquainted with them. And some of them did try to test his skills to see how skilled he was. He took down every single last one of his opponents while also giving them information about themselves, making them, better heroes. Like, he gives them advice. Like, the advice he gave Poe in the Kung Fu Panda series every time Poe met him. And, I just watched the video. I don't know I forgot what it was. But it was Kung Fu Panda video. I forgot which movie it was. But, it told the secret, well, not the secret, the meaning of one of the sayings, but it was not by Master Oogway, but it was by I forgot the duck name, not duck. I don't know. Forgot the goose. Whatever animal it was. No, Poe's adopted father. He told Poe this meaning that Master Oogway said, but in a different way. There is no secret ingredient. There is no secret ingredient. I don't know what it means myself, but you can find out yourself. It's just like the Dragon Warrior scroll, the red, no, not the red, the scroll that's blank that Tai Lung tried to get in the first movie. So, what Master Oogway just did in theory was just tell them about themselves and what they need to fix about themselves. And if they can fix this, they'll become better heroes. In which some of them listened, some of them did not. And Master Oogway did make another staff, but he made this one out of chi. And it's actually, it glows with the black and white being, the yin and yang symbol. So during the I'm actually gonna do the ship. I'm actually gonna make it I'm actually gonna make this one Mina, because I just feel like it goes. Well, yeah. I just feel like this one goes Mina. because she's very outgoing and she's very fast paced. So I want to put someone with a very slow paced with a fast paced. Oogway takes his time. But Mina, she's all happy and she, a little bit rushy. So it'll be fun to see them, converse, see what they can do. So how they met is actually over the 6 months training. Well, 5 months training because only got 5 months left, like I said, halfway between it. So one day Deku was just walking around. He's actually wearing normal clothes and not, his regular, outfit that he, normally wears, like I said in the last part. Like some clothes that he used to wear last time in his old world, but, it can actually fit him because he don't got a turtle shell. And he don't look, naked. But, he is a little bit, like I said, buffed. But he's fit to do his martial arts and other martial arts. His style, the tortoise style, and other styles. If he really wanted to. So, whilst, walking, he actually bumped into this girl that was getting hassled by a bunch of other people. Well, a bunch of other dudes. In which she's seeing this and he's seeing all the injustice, so he just walked over there and says, "Can you please kindly leave her alone?" As people look behind him, says, "Huh? Who's this little brat?" As dudes start walking towards him, says, "You can either get out of here and we'll let you leave, or you can't, or we just beat you." As Master Oogway just had his eyes closed, just sitting there. As when the dudes got ticked off and says, "That's it," as he goes to punch Master Oogway. But by the time he gets to Master Oogway, he was, flying in the air. Everyone else was wondering what's going on. Master Oogway just, palmed him in the jaw, making him fly into the air. He then continued to take down all the other dudes effortlessly. I can't really say it well right now because I'm nervous. I don't know why. I just don't like, basically my face being on the internet. And sometimes I don't like my voice because it's not how I think it is. So he effortlessly take down all the people there. And Mina thanks him about that, and she gives him her number for saving her. So, but before she does, go away, she actually, walks with Deku for a little bit, and they talk and get to know each other. In which Mina is very, very, interested in Deku, and Deku is interested in her. So they think, about it, and they say that they'll meet each other, again. And this goes on and on over the 5 months, with them becoming, quite great friends. In which their romance did not start yet, but Mina does have a crush on Deku. So now it's the entrance exams. So Bakugo has already got the quirk, and Bakugo in this one is a little bit less of a, jerk. But he still has that nature. But he's trying to change because, he feels he gotta take responsibility and becomes All Might, successor, perfect successor, and stop doing all the things he is. Now, he would not notice, Deku being Inko's son in this one. Inko did tell him stories about, Deku, like she had a son, but she gave him up. I believe that's how I said the story. She gave up Deku, and after a while, he went to mountains and started training himself after the orphanage. So, back in time, Deku, when that comes out, it's going to be different from most stories. Inko is actually going to die. She's actually going to die when Deku, is first born. And Sashi's actually not going to be around. The reason he's not around is because he's secretly dead too. He actually died way before Inko did. During the time that Deku was processing in Inko's stomach, he's actually, dead. So the exam goes up, but Deku was already admitted into UA because they already know his skills, that he's already at the level where he can take down multiple pro heroes, and he can, take down All Might. Yes, Deku can take down All Might. Master Oogway is that skilled and that powerful. Yes. If you don't believe me, then I don't know what's wrong with you. Master Oogway is considered a legend in Kung Fu Panda. So you think a guy that's literally considered a legend would not be able to be All Might? Who is considered, well, a legend, but not as much. Master Oogway has been alive for thousands of years. Well, even more probably. But All Might is only like 40 something. So 1,000 years of experience versus, well, maybe about 20 years of experience or something. Well, started at 10, so 30 or something years of experience. Or less, maybe 20, no. A couple of years was a lot of years of experience, but not as much as, Oogway. So, he can definitely be All Might and the rest of the heroes at the same time. So, he's already admitted, but, he is actually just watching the exams. And so, everyone, on a practical test, Momo gets first. Well, not on theory test or on paper test, the questions, Momo gets first place. But really, Deku or Oogway is way smarter than her. Way more smarter and way more wiser. And way more better at battle tactics. So, now it's the battle portion. The robots. Ida doesn't actually yell at anyone. He just yells at President Mike, saying you had made a drastic mistake. But, since Bakugo isn't talking to anyone, President Mike tells Ida to sit down. He was going to get to that, making Ida look like a dummy. So, whilst outside standing, waiting for the doors to open, everyone waits for President Mike to, give the order so they can go, in which he does. And everyone goes off and they, start, rushing in. Now, Deku did train Mina a little bit to, fight and to use her quirk in fighting, which she, learned a fighting style that can actually utilize her quirk whilst, she is actually fighting. In which this is more of an open palm technique than an closed fist because she has to have her hands open to shoot her acid. So she's way more better at destroying robots than she was in canon. So she gets higher up on the list. And she's stronger too. And her quirk is way more stronger too. So Uraraka, after a while, Uraraka still gets trapped under the rubble, and the zero pointer is not stopping. Nezu says that there's a malfunction and he can't cut it off. And, All Might was finna go in, but, he sees, sees that, Master Oogway or Deku is just gone. Now, this is a technique I'm going to actually give. It's like the, flash step. Or, body flicker from Naruto. So he's over there by, Uraraka in an instant, and he just picks the rubble up and takes, Uraraka from under the rubble, and he gives her to Recovery Girl, in which Recovery Girl kisses her, makes her lose all of her stamina, actually, knocking her out, because she did work a little bit harder in this one. So she is thankful for Deku, but, he remembered his face, but because she lost too much stamina and she passed out too fast, she don't remember anything else but, his face. And, Recovery Girl says that she'll, watch over her till the exam's done. Well, until she wakes up. Deku says okay. With him going back to the stands for the pro heroes at, and some of them just shocked at his speed. In which, Nezu finally gets the controls to work, and he cuts off the zero pointer, Which people were, running and scared and stuff like that. So, everyone, was told that the exams are over. If they did not pass, go to a different hero school and please try to get in there because we need more heroes out there. And he told the ones that actually did pass that they would send them a letter, telling them what class they'll be in. And here's when I'm actually going to make a change. Shinso is actually going to be in class 1A, replacing Mineta. So it's Yabara. She's going to be in there. She's actually replacing Invisible Girl. And what's her name? I can't remember. Kendo. Yeah, Kendo is actually going to be replacing, what's this nigga name? Koda. Number 9. You see number 9? He's going to be replacing him. Because I don't like him. Don't mind the gingerbread picture. That's none of your business. So those 3 are actually in class 1A. And the other 3 are actually in lower classes. And Mineta is actually in general studies. While the other 2 are actually in class 1B. So the first day of UA does come around. Everyone getting their things that telling them that they passed and they're gonna be in class, such and such. So first day, Deku is actually the first one there with Aizawa, and he's just sitting in the front row. And right now he's just meditating with his legs crossed, sitting in the seat. So his body is floating in the air, surrounded by a white and black, mist. It looks like a mist, but it's all around his body. It just you know how when the Saiyans are in their Super Saiyan form. Well, actually no. If you guys remember Dragon Ball Super, when Gohan fought the wolf with the poison, I think it's poison. I think it's the wolf with the poison, or Vegeta or Goku. They put a layer of ki around their body. That's what Oogway. It looks like the Oogway, but on one side is white, one side is black. So people started to come in class like Momo. She's the first one to come in. Then Todoroki, and then a couple other people, and they see this, but they don't want to actually touch Deku to find out what he's doing. Even if they do touch him, he's not gonna lose focus. I don't know what is going on. Not sure I took another sleep pill before I just stay awake all night. So, after a while, everyone gets in there. Bakugo gets in. He sees Deku. He sees him around with this aura that's around him. And since he does have one fall, I'm going to say that one fall acts up a little bit. No, Bakugo don't know what it is, but one fall just feels this calmness. It just feels like it's getting stronger just being around Deku. And what you're going to say is because this is chi, essentially life energy, and one fall can use chi to strengthen itself and grow faster. But Bakugo, I'm not going to teach him chi either. And Bakugo's actually closes his eyes and he's in his just thinking about stuff, and then he just somehow gets dragged into his mindscape. He can't see all the users of one fall, but he can see their figures, what they look like, but not their real appearance, just like a shadowy mist. And they all speak to him, saying that kid that you just saw is very powerful. Even if you used 100% of one for all, you still will not win. Bakugo asks, how do you know this, and who is that kid? They then speak again, saying that kid fought All Might, and he won. All Might was going all out. But the kid then stated that he was barely getting serious. His power is great, but his his strategies were actually superb too. He's calm. He takes his time. He is truly a master of his arts. Do not try to, anger him. Well, that probably wouldn't even work anyway, since he's too calm. But try to get to know him. Try to grow with him. His growth will help you grow. Because his power can actually help, us grow. So that's what I'm actually going to do. In this one, I'm going to have Bakugo actually grow because Deku's growing. But, he won't grow in, physical, strength, but one for all will. Overall, his 100% is actually going to be way stronger than what it is in canon. How I'm going to make this is, his 100% will be equivalent to, since he is the ninth user, his 100% would be equivalent to what the I'm gonna say the 12th users would be. So since his the 12th and he's the ninth, it's gonna be way stronger than what it should be. So, and this is actually gonna shock All Might when he sees it, but it's only gonna be 100% that's like that. And when he passed down the quirk, since it's not gonna be affected by Deku's growth or chi, the next person who actually get it will actually, still at 100% be, much stronger, but it's going to be lessened and weakened. But, it will still be stronger than, what 100% at that level should be. But over the time, it will eventually die down to be exactly what that level should be. But at Bakugo, it's going to actually be the strongest. Now, this is only at 100%, like I said. It's not at 50, 70, and nothing like that. Just 100%. So, Araka does get in. She actually sees the face of the person that actually saved her. In which at this time, Deku did stop, meditating. In which Araka, approaches him and says, "Thank you for saving me, the exam." Deku says, it's okay. I just did what was right. And you should not, thank me for something that, what most people would do. As Araka says, thank you again, just because. Oh yeah, Mina, she did come in and try to talk to Deku, but she noticed that, he was, meditating. In which she still has this, impatient, stuff about her. But not really impatient. She slowed down a little bit. And, her happy-go-lucky, figure is actually still there. She's still, happy, cheery. But, she get on more serious at times. And, she's way more skilled. Not as skilled as Oogway, but she is more skilled. At this time, she can take down anyone in Class 1A. But if it's just, hand-to-hand fighting, that's what she can do. But, power, she is, even though she has acid, it is, stronger. But it is lesser than Bakugo's quirk and, Todoroki's quirk. But that's it. Her quirk is pretty much as strong as most people in classes. Well, even stronger, actually. So, as Awa actually wakes up, says you all to, loud. Don't do it all. So, he says, put on these uniforms and go outside. Deku grabs his uniform and he's walking out. As Awa says, yeah, be like Izuku there. And they're wondering how he knows Izuku already, even though it's the first day of school. Oh yeah, Deku didn't meet Araka the first time when he tripped. He didn't meet her then because, like I said, he was already there observing everyone. Thought I smelled something. I guess I'm just smelling things. So everyone does go out and go into the locker rooms. Kirishima does see Deku and says, "Dude, you're ripped." And in this one, no one notices the hole, but Jiro still listens in on the boys' conversation. And some of them are actually talking about how they're actually weak and they wish they could get stronger. in which Oogway does give them some information about themselves. That, one does not become stronger unless they find, inner peace. Once they conquer their demons, then they must, then they can become stronger. As he points to, Todoroki feeling all of his, his, sadness, but also feeling his hatred for his father and his sadness for his mother and his brother. He points to him, and they wonder why he's pointing to Todoroki. He, then, starts talking, saying that he's held back by hatred and sadness. That's why he cannot become the strongest he is supposed to be. Once he lets go of all this hatred and sadness, will he truly shine like a star? But until then, he will only be as dirty as, dirt. Or he'll only be as dull as a black hole. Once you get rid of the darkness, can you really shine? Once you look in the mirror, once you clean off your mirror from all of, the steam, is when you can clearly see your face. Meaning, once you get rid of all your problems, is when you can clearly, see yourself. I just made it up, so don't think about going looking for it. It might not even exist. All of them listen to what they say, and Kirishima, instead of being scared, he's actually getting motivated from this. And he actually, listen to what Deku says, so he stopped being scared and thinking like he can't save everyone because, he's weak, because all these things that's wrong with him. He says, he's going to be like All Might. He's going to save everyone he can. There might be some cases where he failed, but he's going to try his best, and he's going to be the best he can be. As Deku does smile, and he just basically walks away. As the, what's her name? Jiro does relate this to everyone. Everyone does, all the girls does feel motivated from this. And this does give, Todoroki some chills because, well, no pun intended. This gives him chills because, Deku knew his problems from just one glance. And he's wondering how Deku knew this, so he's going to ask him after class. So they get out there, and they, sitting, they just standing there. And Aizawa asks for Bakugo, because Bakugo is the one who actually, got first place in the exam. Bakugo throws the ball, he gets exactly the same as some cannon. Well, actually, a little bit farther. Actually, a lot farther, because he has one for all. Now, second is actually, I want to say, Mina is actually second. As many people is actually confused how, she got second. But she shows off her acid quirk and is actually being strong and not melting the ball because she has more greater control over it. And to the point where it won't, basically melt anything she touches. So she gets actually quite far in the ball throw. Now everyone throws the ball and they get quite far. But when Deku throws it, he actually gets infinity. Yes, chi is that strong. At least that's how I'm making it in this What If. And the Naruto one. No, Shifu. But the Shifu is not going to be as strong as, Master Oogway. Even if Shifu lives to become a Chi Master, he still will not be on the same level of Oogway. There are some times where the student surpasses the master, but this is no such thing. There is no one surpassing Oogway except for Po, because he is literally one of the species that use chi, and Master Oogway learned from pandas how to use chi. So Po's body is literally meant to use chi. So he's gonna be a great, chi master. And such and such things happen until it's the race. Ida thinks he's gonna be the fastest here because he has a speed-based quirk, and everyone around him doesn't seem to have that. So the race starts, in which Deku just teleports to the end, be in first place. Actually, no, he takes his time, actually. And when Ida thinks he's going to win, Deku teleports to the end, actually getting first place. No, the jump, Deku jumps, and he just starts walking on air. Like I said, he can walk on air. Everyone is shocked from this and thinking, this dude is walking on air. Mina isn't surprised because, she trained with Deku. Well, as we're doing this what if right now, I'm currently thinking about a butterfly. I don't know why, I'm just thinking about a butterfly. But it's the picture of, this video I watched. It was a strange video, I cannot remember what it's called, but it was a butterfly that was both male and female. So it had small wings and it had big wings. And I don't know why it just popped in my head. So the rest of the text go with Oogway getting first place. So, after all this done, after class done, Todoroki does approach Deku, asking him how he knew about all of his troubles with just a single glance. Deku then, looked at him and says, I can tell when someone's soul is troubled. You are not at peace. You are still troubled by your past. Why is that? As Todoroki seen that Deku already know anyway, so he just tells him. He had a brother once, and since he was born, his brother just, left, went crazy. He blames his father for that. His mother, his father drove her crazy. He blames his father for that. And now he doesn't use his father's side of his power because, he hates him. Deku then stops him and says, you are, held back by emotions of hatred. But you should not keep those emotions bottled up, because that is dangerous. To bottle up hate and anger is very dangerous. Just let it flow. Let it come in, but also release it. Do not keep it in, because the more you keep it in, the more it grows. Hate is like a tree. You plant a seed. You keep that seed in the dirt, and it will grow. Slowly, but it will grow. Now, if you water that seed, it will grow faster. But if you dig up that seed, then it will not grow, because there's nothing to grow into. Your hatred is like a dam. Once you release that dam, it will flow. And not be as tall as it once was, but it will be a steady stream heading down the river. You have fire and ice. Let your fire burn. Let it burn forever. But don't ever force it to burn. Let it burn. No, let it flow. Let it burn by itself. Do not force the burn. Like your ice. What you do with your ice? No, he says he creates it, but he points it in a direction and it just lets it go. And Deku says, exactly. And now let that be your anger. Point it out and let it flow out. And then leave it out. Don't bring it in. As Todoroki just listens to what Deku says, because like I said, it's just this chi that he's using to make people listen to what he's saying. So Todoroki uses that to, basically uses fire to exhaust all of his hatred. And he actually feels relieved. And from listening to Deku, he feels better about himself. And, he still don't like his dad much, but he isn't going to resent Endeavor that much. Like, he's not going to, listen to him most times, but, he's not going to hate him to the point where he wish he, died. And Deku's gonna have a talking to endeavor, pretty soon. Well, soon enough. And everyone goes inside, they get changed, they go back. So this actually want to lead us off. Gotta sleep. Got school tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Peace out. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.